Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Wicked Gamer and Collector. So in today's video we are going to talk about the Pandora box family. I like to point out in this video I just want to focus on the official Pandora box from the official Pandora box store. And I think the previous name was 3E Games. Alright, so the reason I want to make this video is because I got so many questions. For example, my number one question is, Wicked, what is the best box? This is a question I cannot answer with a simple comment because it's a very complex answer. And I'm going to tell you why. There are a lot of different versions out there and all of these boxes got the pros and cons. There is no perfect mainboard. So this is the reason. It's more like the question, what do you want? What do you want from this Pandora box? For example, do you want to have 2D games, 3D games, you want to add games, etc, etc, etc. So okay, we're doing this overview. If you're familiar with some products, you can skip it. I'm going to leave the naughty skipping in the description. But if you want to be informed of all of these Pandora boxes and what happened in the last, let's say, 2 years, stay tuned. Let's unbox. Let's unravel the Pandora box. Alright, so let's take a close look at the Pandora box number 5. So this one comes with 960 games, or at the beginning they were releasing this mainboard, they were giving you the games. But this is the first generation of Pandora boxes that didn't have games included. So you're getting this USB thumb drive, but you needed to add the games yourself. A little bit of a downside to this thing was, we cannot add new games. We have files that are just basically on a USB drive, we can read them out, but there is no way of adding or swapping games. I think this is a big bummer of the Pandora box 5. It's a really powerful mainboard with a quad-core CPU on board, having a 720p signal output. But this is what we're going to get. Only 2-dimensional games, very limited. A good collection of games, but there was no way of adding new games, no way of searching, no way of saving. This is what you're going to get. Pretty damn basic if you ask me. Alright, so let's talk about the Pandora box number 6. New version with new features and more games. They were pointing this thing with the 1300 games that needs to be added to the system because it was not plug and play, ready with some games. What you're only going to get is a thumb drive, 60 gigabytes and the Pandora box 6. You need to add the games, there are some tutorials out there. So if you have really no clue how it works, there are tutorials. But we're going to focus more like the specifications. But I think what was a little bit of a bummer, the specifications were not a big improvement. For example, they are still using a quad-core CPU. So far I understood it was an improved version, so it was a little bit faster. But that's it. Still having the 720p signal output and no 1080p. They have swapped out the connectors at the back, and the reason why was simply because you need to put the thumb drive at the back so you can add and remove the games. It has a support for 2D and 3D games, but the 3D games were only PlayStation 1. And the PlayStation 1 games were not perfect emulated. For example, there were some problems that games are not booting up, or games were crashing. And the most annoying part about it was you cannot save your game. For example, Tekken. Okay, cool, we have Tekken, but we never can add a save file, for example, so you can play with all the characters. You can unlock the characters yourself, but you cannot save. And I think that is a really, really big bummer. So I think the big positive thing about this Pandora box number 6 is that you can add games, you can add more 2-dimensional games. And there were some double games on it, some half games. But in overall it was an improvement over Pandora box 5. But if you look at, for example, the search function they've added, it's cool, it works fine. So that is a big, big positive side. The categorized system is also a big positive thing. But again, it's not perfect in many ways. So the Pandora box 6, it's cool, it's a little bit of improvement of number 5, but it's still flawed in many ways. Alright, so we have the Pandora box number 6. And out of nothing, we're having the Pandora box number 9. So the first thing I've noticed, or without thinking, why are number 7 and 8? Okay, people did make it extra confusing. So we have in this fine line of Pandora boxes, Pandora box 4, Pandora box 5, Pandora box number 6, dream never end. And after nowhere it comes this Pandora box number 9. So everybody was confused, or I think a lot of confused because I was confused. So okay, I'm going to give you a little bit background story. If it's true, to be honest, I cannot say it is 100% true, but what I understand, I spoken with the guys of Pandora box or the official store, and I asked them what's about this 3H store. And they told me that this was more like a collaboration with the official Pandora box store. So that's the reason why I'm including these Pandora boxes. It's not from the same store, but I'm guessing this is more like the same line. Exactly the same cases, almost the same mainboards. The freaking layout is almost the same, so that's the reason why I'm including Pandora box number 9. But alright, let's focus on the Pandora box 9 itself. What are we going to get and what are we not going to get? Alright, if you compare this with the Pandora box 6, you will expect this is number 9, so a higher number, a new version. Okay, what did they improve? No, you asked the question wrong. What did they remove? Because the Pandora box 9, yes, we're having way more games than the Pandora box 6. But there is a very big weird thing going on. The Pandora box 9 comes with games. Yes, people, now they are giving us games with this Pandora box 9. What? I'm thinking, what is going on here? So okay, nevertheless. But now we're having this problem again, we cannot add games. Yes, people, Pandora box 9, we're back. I think this is more like an upgraded Pandora box 5, to be honest. It's not the same mainboard, the layout is different, the other colors of the PCB board are different, but still, if you look at the Pandora box 5, it's exactly the same amount of games, including a lot of double and crappy stuff. So, we cannot add games. It runs same on the 720p, the menu looks like the Pandora box 5. So this is what we're going to get. Pandora box 9, more games. Is it a big improvement over the Pandora box 5 or 6? No, not at all. Not at all. So let's make it even more confusing. So they released the Pandora box 90. Okay, so I'm thinking 90. What can they basically remove or add? Or just going to add new stuff that they remove from the number 9. So that was more a little bit of what are we going to get. So I make this full review about it and realizing it's more of the same stuff. But there are some changes. Seriously, yes, there are some changes. So first of all, they still have this thing that you can't add games. No, you can't add games to this main board. But it has way more games than the Pandora box 9. So there's an improvement. So that is what we are thinking. There is no 3D games. No. There is no 3D games, there's no way to add it, so that's a big bummer. The 2D games, here's what makes it very interesting. They added a lot of new games. A lot of double games. And I'm not talking about a lot of games, I'm talking about a shit load of double games. Some games are duplicated more than 10 times, it's crazy. And yeah, there are some hacked versions of a Street Fighter game. To be honest, 1, 2 or maybe 3 games, okay. There are people out there who like those hack games. But 10 of the freaking same games? No, that is just bullshit. Sorry, there is no other way to say this. So the 90, there's only one thing that I've noticed. This thing has Super NES and Mega Drive games. And that is something that I've never seen on the Pandora box before. So they did improve something. But you need to dig them out because there is no search function, there is no way of searching for the games, so we're having this gigantic list of more than 2000 games that you need to search all your games through. So it's a big nightmare. You need to have your notepad ready to remember or write down your numbers for the games you're going to like. And overall, the 90 is a big disappointment. It's not better in any way. Same quad core, it's same 720p. So in other words, 90, no, I think this is one of the most horrible versions out there. Alright people, so for the final conclusion. First question, can we save games? No, we cannot quick load, quick save on any of these mainboards. So right, so you think, oh yeah, wicked, I want to add games to my Pandora box. That's the only mainboard that supports this feature. And if you want to search games, the Pandora box number 6 is the only one that has this support. Alright, so you want to have, let's say, only two-dimensional games. You don't care about the PlayStation stuff, and you want to have the cheapest version out there. Pandora box number 5. It only supports two-dimensional games. It doesn't have save function, no quick load or quick save, but it has 960 games. They had most of the, let's say, the most of the good games. So if you're into homebrew games, or let's say hacked versions, and you want to have a little bit more, then the Pandora box number 9 can be something for you. Again, no adding games, but this is more like the box for the 2D games, and I'm not going to even mention the other one because it's just a way bigger mess. This is more like the extended version of the Pandora box 5, but still, this thing has a lot of hacked games, and maybe this is something you are searching for. Alright, so that concludes this video. I hope you have a better idea what you're going to get. And I must say, it's a big adventure, the Pandora box, and I hope they're going to release more and more versions. If you have any questions, you can always leave it in the comments. I try to respond fast as possible, or maybe somebody in the Wicked family community can help you out. So this is what you're going to get. I hope it's a little bit clear now what kind of Pandora box is going to fit your need. This is the full family for now. Of course, there will be coming more and more versions out, and this is the overview. But thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that little bell. And if you're into retro gaming, check out the Wicked Gaming channel. See you next time. Bye bye.
Go, 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 go!